Oh my God. Oh my God. And then you realize this is the reason why you married your wife. It's moments like these. Only Troy can make an angle look good. With his camera.
You mean my angles or the camera?
What, dude?
Angles, man.
I'm really not trying to make this awkward. Guys, before we kick things off, I'm going to give a special thank you to Whitmore Auto Group. This is the dealership where I purchased my 2021 C8. In this case, it's a Rapid Blue. It's not a very big dealership, but they have customers from all around the world that show up to this dealership, which I think is amazing. Some of the bigger names that you might recognize: TJ Hunt, Stradman, Amelia Hartford, Street Speed 717, the list goes on. And by the way, congrats to all of them for picking up their Z06s. TJ and Mike, I'm sure you guys are over the moon with the transaction that you guys just had. Mike, I hope you're enjoying it. Matt Beaver, Nick Newman, and Mason, all three of you guys, thank you so much for your friendship and your support. It's been awesome. So we are looking forward to doing some more business with you guys soon. Hopefully that will be revealed later on down the road. It seems like yesterday when we hit 500 miles for the break-in on this car. Receiving that phone call at the very beginning of December to say, hey, you've got an early build 390. Wow, we were absolutely blown away. I am forever grateful. 10,000 miles later, I mean, where does the time go, right? Having said that, if you guys have been with the channel for a little while, you know that my wife and I have been insanely busy in the last 2 years with ownership of this C8. We had a house rebuilt, sold, got engaged, got married, had a new home built, moved in, all this while ordering the C8 and having the C8 arrive. I say this because I'd like to share with you guys our moments with this C8 from the very, very beginning. I'm gonna give you guys also a full breakdown of how this car has been holding up with 10,000 miles on the car and a 2-year experience. If you'd like to skip all these funny moments throughout the years, I'll put a timestamp and you can get directly to the detailed review of this car, how everything's been holding up, and some of the problems that did occur during that time frame. And as always, if you like this content, I know you guys hear it all the time, like, share, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. It greatly helps the channel. It helps the algorithm of YouTube to share my videos when I have my next uploads. So to make the YouTube gods happy, please hit that thumbs up. Also want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, if this upload is early, and happy holidays wherever you guys are. I really do hope you guys enjoy. So we spackled, we sanded everything down, and now we're doing the final stages of sanding. Well, she is right now. And then we are going to start painting very soon. And before we know it, the C8 will be here. What are you doing making all that noise? I'm trying to film here. I tell you. I'm trying to film. How dare her? How dare you work while I'm trying to film? It's not a real big garage. It's only a 2-car garage. But it'll be perfect for C8.
Jeff, it's Nick, buddy, from Whitmore's. I'm sitting inside a pretty blue C8 with some nice suede interior and yellow seatbelts. So give me a call, buddy. Give me a call. See ya.
Right? Oh my God.
What's that?
What is that? What do you think?
It's beautiful.
Your car is, isn't that amazing? That's your car.
No, that's my car.
No, that's not mine. Oh, we got
There's
fooled. Boom. This is mine.
Oh, wow.
Now wait a minute.
This is you right here, Jeff.
All right, I'm really confused.
This
This is mine?
Yep, that's you. Let me flick
This
over
is
the lights.
mine.
Yep.
Okay, this is mine. All right.
Yeah.
That's somebody else's.
That's another customer of mine.
My God, look at this.
Oh,
Thank you so much, bro.
You got it, brother.
Oh my
Anytime,
gosh,
man.
you
Anytime.
awesome. Oh, it looks beautiful.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Here, hold my man purse.
His merce.
Say hi to everybody. Wow, so I'm seeing this for the first time as well as you guys, so I'm going to open the car door to my new 2021
Almost the perfect spec.
C8.
I would say. It looks great.
Oh, wow. Sounds good, huh? And look at this guy. Yep, this thing's beautiful as well. Same interior. Gorgeous spec. They graciously are letting me film at their shop while I'm taking delivery of the car. And I don't know if you can see her in the background, but she actually does speak. Somebody asked if she does.
Hello.
Do you speak, honey?
I do speak here and there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Brett, and this is Tiffany,
Yep.
and we're the owners here at All American Paint Protection.
And this has been one of our funnest projects we've ever had because we've actually started talking to these guys a long, 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 long time ago. And when the first time they came to visit us, it felt like we'd been friends for
That is the
ages.
truth.
And we just talked and talked about everything known to man. So we're really, really happy.
We got a lot in common. Oh my God. I always say this, I still can't believe this is my car. Unbelievable. So you guys want to like, oh yeah, look, this is their shop. And I don't want to die from this door. I'm telling you, it could happen. It's possible.
To the future Mr. and Mrs. Jeff Hamburger.
That means I'm going to show up at the wedding.
Yeah, it is.
Dun, 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 dun. She is, I'm telling you, she's taking my towels already. Did you know that I'm not joking now, I have my own, this has nothing to do with the car. I got my own bathroom at home. And she goes in there and puts the toilet seat down.
Yeah, well,
This ain't right. This ain't right. This ain't what love is all about. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then you realize this is the reason why you married your wife. It's moments like these. Only Troy can make an angle look good. With his camera.
You mean my angles or the camera?
What, dude? I'm really not trying to make this awkward. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that footage. We're gonna be working our way from the front to the rear, starting with the radiator guards. The one thing that I would change is I would install the radiator guards from underneath instead of having the option in the front. The only reason why is because you don't have option to get to your front button for the release. Is that a big deal? No, not whatsoever. It's just be a little wear and tear in your key fob. But I like to have a different option other than going inside the car and using a key fob to get to my front. The one thing that I will tell you is that these things are doing their job and are definitely worth the money. Here's some footage of the radiators without the front bumper. 10,000 miles later, obviously, they're doing their job. So these are steel and they're been holding in pretty good. I have not touched them since they've been installed. At first, I was a little skeptical to be honest with you, but I told you guys, I'll give you an update. So here we are. That's the first thing that I would change. If you look right here for the ceramic coat and XPEL, it's just got everyday grime, slight wear on it as expected, but Brent and Tiffany from All American Paint Protection did a hell of a job on this. This is a custom cut XPEL. If you'd like to see the footage of the installation, I'll put a link in the description below. The one thing I will notate is where the XPEL stops. If you don't keep up with it, you will start seeing dirt build up where it stops at, and your car will not look too well at all. So while we're in the front of the car, we'll discuss two of the problems that I had that were simple solutions. Again, links in the description below, or just follow through the channel if you want to see how the dealership fixed everything. But the front headlight was hitting the paint, and they fixed that pretty easily. And panel gaps, they've been realigned, which wasn't a huge deal. And I know that some people are gonna say, well, you know, the C7's had that problem. Yeah, it's a lot better now, it's all flush. C7, C6 has had that problem. I'm here to tell you, unless you've compared this car and owned it, and own a C6 or a C7, you can't really speak on it. This is a completely different car. I would not compare this car to the previous gens whatsoever. I had a Grand Sport C7, 2019. I've owned both of those at the same time, so I'm telling you right now, there is nothing similar. The other problem was the front lift. It started leaking, and that was when we first got this car, and this car was actually the one that created the recall, because it was one of the first builds of 2021 that had that problem. And none of these problems are major, okay? So anybody that's like, well, you know, oh my God, all these problems, they're not major problems whatsoever. Every car has a problem. And I know you Porsche guys out there and all my friends, I love Porsche. I will admit, the Porsches don't have that many problems whatsoever. So, you know, that reminds me, so if you're gonna compare this car to anything, this particular car is a 3LT. So if you're gonna compare this car and this particular interior, keep in mind, this is a higher spec. So don't go out there and compare a 1LT to something and say that, oh, your car is not this or your car is not that. All right, so I'll leave it at that. The wheels and tires, as expected. I mean, it's only 10,000 miles later, not really a big deal. So they've been holding up very well, no problems. Paint on the wheels, as far as any kind of defects, there is none. So there's really nothing to report on that. Again, the ceramic coat and the X-Pel on the mirrors, you know, slight little dings from rocks and stuff like that, but it's been holding up pretty well. Paint's been awesome. The interior, the only thing in the interior that I've noticed so far, and again, I did do a video on this, is the liner underneath the roof started coming down, and that was fixed pretty easily. So, small problem, nothing big whatsoever. Some people make a bigger deal out of that than what they should. This is all suede. I've been corrected. It is not Alcantara in this car. Majority of it is suede, at least. So the suede has been holding up pretty well. It's hard to show on camera, but it's not hard. It's not shiny. It's still pretty soft after 10,000 miles. The steering wheel, as expected, you can still see it is starting to wear over here from driving, but I'll be honest with you, I haven't cleaned the steering wheel at all. And this is what it looks like 10,000 miles later. So I'm very impressed, to be honest with you. I do need to get some suede cleaner in there though. The seats literally look like they're still brand new. This is all suede. So, I mean, there's a little wrinkle right here, but that's it. I mean, these seats have been phenomenal. So driving it 2 years, 10,000 miles later, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it looks phenomenal. Now, these are, again, the black suede. So people are saying, well, you know, my interior or seats interior do this or do that. I'm only talking about my interior, right? So if you have all leather seats, maybe, and it's not suede, they're gonna wear a lot more. But for these competition seats, man, I mean, look, it's a slight wrinkle over here, there, but you know, and the other one's same, right? I don't have a lot of people sitting in this seat anyway, but still. As far as the interior and the doors, dash, and everything else, you can see for yourself. There is no melting of the dash. There's no problems with the leather or the stitching in this car whatsoever. All the suede, still soft, still been holding up very well after I've been driving it. Now I've heard the rumors of some cars where the leather has been melting or coming apart on the dash, depending on the heat or where they're from, but I'm very happy to report that I don't have any of those problems with this car at all. Now, having said that, the one thing we did learn from the dealership, if this Grommet comes out, it might be very expensive. So I'll roll that footage right now. You know, if you take off your roof as much as I do, sometimes these get snagged and they come out. And you were expressing what on this?
So I've had other customers that have had that happen and they've lost them, and this hopefully they've changed it by now, but as of a couple months ago, you can't get that rubber grommet separate. It comes with that whole pillar piece.
The whole pillar
You
piece.
have to get the whole pillar piece, which
Bruh.
kind of blew my mind because it's probably a 25-cent rubber piece.
25-cent rubber piece, and I think he's talking about
Oh, it's the whole thing.
that whole pillar. It goes all the way up
Oh yeah, it's a big piece.
to this.
Yeah. So
That
in
is
order to get
crazy,
that
bro.
rubber grommet, you have to get that entire piece.
Wow. Now, is this something maybe readily they can have at Home Depot or something?
Maybe.
Maybe.
We actually thought about going that route because,
Right.
mean, personally, it just fits right. That grommet just fits in there, and
Right. I'd imagine it's got to be
pops
somewhere,
out,
bro.
yeah, it pops out, it pops in. You could probably find it somewhere, but if you get it covered under warranty,
Right.
the only way that your dealer's going to be able to get it.
Right.
Like I said, this was a couple.
And if you put
months-
something in there aftermarket, it's probably going to void the warranty, I would
well,
assume. Maybe.
Maybe. I mean,
Depending on
that's-
the dealership.
Yeah. Now, if you had something like catastrophic happen because of that,
Right.
then maybe. But I mean, yeah, it's just a grommet. But hopefully, like I said, this was a couple months ago. Sometimes they do change things like that. So I mean,
Right.
you might be able to get it separate now. But as far as when we had to deal with it,
Right.
you had to get that entire trim piece in order to get that rubber grommet.
And just to be clear, as we're talking about the interwebs here and the keyboard warriors, we're not saying that all dealerships are going to cover this if you put something aftermarket in your car.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah.
It's,
But that's good to know. I would have never thought about that.
yeah, comes
So,
with the trim.
guys, that's something to keep in mind while you're taking off your target top. Also, you want to lubricate this a lot. Some kind of anything that's going to lubricate as far as rubber, because while it's out in the sun while you're doing shows, this will get dry, and eventually I would assume it might get cracked up and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing is when you take your top off, just take a quick look and see if those grommets are there. Because
Yeah.
that's when it's going to fall off. Is
Yes.
when you take your top off. So
Yes.
you take your top off, you look, and you're like, oh man, one of those is missing. There's a good chance it's probably sitting somewhere.
You know, somebody's going to say, well, just take it off right. You won't have that problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I admit, I'm a failure. It's okay. You guys can pick on me all you want. Just leave a comment. Working our way to the aero kit. No damage whatsoever on the aero kit from any kind of rocks coming up or anything like that. Just slight little pings and stuff like that, which is completely expected. Just see that? This comes right off. Look at that dirt. Comes right off. XPEL ceramic coat. You can't go wrong. As far as anything back here, I haven't had any kind of buildup of leaves or anything else. And working our way to the back as far as the motor. Starting with the carbon fiber, I mean, it's a little bit of dirt, but it looks brand new, literally. Just nothing has changed. This carbon fiber engine appearance package has been holding up very well. Again, the liner underneath the roof, we've already talked about that. It did get fixed, it wasn't that difficult. But the carbon fiber on the top and everything else, I haven't had any issues. So guys, any comments at all or concerns as far as this build, positive or negative, go ahead and drop a comment below and just let me know. I really do appreciate it. But this is it in a nutshell, as far as how the car is holding up. So front lift leaking, no big deal. Panel gaps, the front headlight rubbing a little bit. Underneath the roof, as far as the sagging of the liner, but everything's been fixed. It's pretty easy from my knowledge of how they did it. But the car has been holding up great. No motor problems whatsoever. No engine failures, no check engine lights, nothing. And as far as the interior, it looks almost brand new still as we speak. So let me know how your guys, how your C8s are holding up. Again, if you're gonna compare this interior to other C8s, keep in mind this particular interior has a suede, so maybe this holds up a little better than others. And as far as this interior, I don't believe you can order this anymore, so I think this has been discontinued. Well guys, this concludes this upload. I hope this information was informative for you guys. Let me know if I missed anything, or if you have any more questions, or how your C8 is holding up. And I will see you guys at the next upload. Cheers.